What's up, YouTube? It's FitzBro. First of all, I've got to thank everyone for subscribing to the channel. We just hit 5,000 subscriptions. I really appreciate your support, and let me know in the comment below what type of video you like the most or what you would like to see next, and I just might be able to grant that wish. This game is going to feature a Mongol strategy that's a little unorthodox that one of our community members, Night Hunter, shared with me in the Discord. Make sure you're in there if you're not already. Links are down in the description. And he said, hey, this is a strategy I tried on water and worked really well for me. And I think this is something, if you're the Mongols and you're going against someone like the French or any other civilization on water, this might be a good strategy for you. Make sure you let Night Hunter know. Give him some love if you like this strategy or have thoughts on how to optimize it. Okay, let's check this out. So, Night Hunter is playing as the Mongols, and he is on the southwest side of the map, the red, versus a Rus opponent, Overfiend, who's on the northeast island. And we're going to be watching what Night Hunter is up to. So the very first thing he did was he dropped his town center right next to the wood line. This is obviously a very nice placement for him, right by the gold, right by the trees. This is like the best spot you could put your town center when it's an option. He put his original villagers all in wood and now is going immediately for building a dock. Now, that dock's going to cost 150 wood since he is not the Abbasid dynasty. And I believe what he's going to be doing is rushing on over to the enemy's island to start the harass. So he's going to be putting new villagers currently. Looks like the 2 new villagers are going to food. He's probably going to put, I can assume, 4 villagers on food or something like that. Let's see what he trains up first. So it looks like he is starting with a fishing boat. Probably just going to get a little bit of food production in and then is going to move over the island. I'm kind of curious to see how many villagers he decides to take with him. Now, Warring Island is a nice map to do this because you're probably going to have some space if you go over to land. You see he's got some room to land here. He's got some room to land just about anywhere and could land out of radar of the opponent if he's able to. Okay, so currently he made 1 fishing boat. He has 4 on food. Looks like, yep, 4 on food. And now he is making his transport ship. Now, that transport ship is going to cost 100 wood. Does look like he's getting a little bit of gold here. I'm not sure what his goal is with this gold. Maybe he is going to keep these here and just try to age up behind this. But a little curious that he's getting some gold early on. And let's see what's down here. He's got his Khan. Got this transport ship ready to go. And I bet his villagers are going to be going and jumping inside that transport ship very soon. I think he might just be waiting until he gets that 200 gold. And then he's going to pull those guys off and let the food finish up while he's away. Which is probably a smart idea. Perhaps he could have made one more fishing boat, this fishing boat before this transport ship, as far as if he's going to optimize this. So there you go. You see, he just about has the gold he needs to age up for later on. He's taking a total of 5 villagers over, and he is also going to be bringing his Khan with him. Now we are at the 2 minutes and 34 second mark. The opponent has placed a dock at this time. And now he's the Khan inside there. And so he's just keeping up the fishing boat production here at the dock. Has the gold he needs to age up, and he is pulling those villagers over to food now. Probably is going to put a few new ones on wood just to continue to make fishing boats, and so he can start making towers. So here we go. He's coming over to land. Now let's see what he sees line of sight wise. That's what Night Hunter sees. And then let's switch players' perspective. There you go. You can see just out of sight right now, but he might see this very soon. There we go. He's definitely seen it now. Okay, so he knows his opponent is here. Let's see how he reacts. So nothing quite yet. Night Hunter's coming up, and I think he's looking to drop tower. Yep, here on the tree line on the gold. He's just going to try to block some resources. Now, Overfiend has been busy, obviously, booming on the water. And is not ready to age up yet. It looks like he has a lot of wood at the moment. But he is not aging up quite yet. Putting down a barracks right now to try to answer these outposts. But it's going to be a really quick kind of wall outpost tower rushing his opponent. Okay, so Night Hunter has one tower right now. And it looks like he's going to put a Gur behind this. What? So he's gone right for just getting some resources to age up. You know what? I think I know what he's going to do. He is going to age up on his opponent's island, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if he drops the deer stones right there. Okay, so we've got a defensive landmark coming down, building it on the backside of his town center. Wanting to stay away from that tower. Let's see if he can see it. I'm sure he can. And he knows that tower is there. It's got the Khan in there. So all those villagers are working. So he's not really, he lost the villager seconds, obviously, of these villagers coming across the bay and to build that tower, but he's got them back to work, which is nice. So he's got the res to age up. And meanwhile, I bet you his opponent's overreacting. Let's see. So he's done the Kremlin. Like, he's not overreacting. He's not training any spearmen yet. He's decided just to age up, and this is probably good. You don't want to overreact, because then if Night Hunter does boom behind this like he is, you will be in some trouble. Now you can see he's going for the deer stones here on the enemy island. Now these deer stones will make it so that not only will this give this will give it an aura around here that will boost all units movement speed, but also will make it so that the towers have this EM network tech automatically researched once he reaches the second age. So a little risky here. The opponent could come in with some spears and siege this down, but it looks like Night Hunter is currently doing fine, aging up. Overfiend has gone up, and he is now dropping down a stable. So we've got a barracks and a stable, and he's going to need to come up with some kind of solution to deal with this tower. Now back at home, he's continued to make fishing boats. And there we go. 2 docks coming down right now. He's putting down a second dock just to maximize that food. And it looks like he's going to be going for food and wood. Look, he has one, just a few on gold, maybe just for a few upgrades, but primarily on wood and allowing those fishing boats to gather the food. Now he's in the next age. Now, one thing you're losing out on the Mongols when you do something like this is you don't have the benefit of the Ovu. No stone coming in right now for him. But he says that's okay. He doesn't want to be playing the long game on water, so he's decided that he's just going to invest everything into this strategy. So currently putting down an archery range and a second archery range. So 2 archery ranges. I don't know if he'll probably just be making archers. I doubt he'll make Mangudai here, but we'll have to see. Meanwhile, he has forced Overfiend to kind of back over the east side. Really not doing any economic damage to him at this moment. He still has 2 docks at the time. Let's look at the resources right now. So has quite a bit of food in the bank. Needs to work on the wood situation because of those fishing boats. Now, one unique thing about these Roost fishing boats is they do not have to return back to the dock in order to drop off their resources. So it's one unique thing about them. You can send them off into the ocean, and they will just keep depositing those resources. Okay, there we go. So we got some archers coming in. Now these archers are going to be receiving the speed boost of the YAM network. You see here, increased speed by 15%. So out come a few more archers. Let's see if he's working on rams yet. Do we see an armory? No, we don't see a blacksmith yet. He's brought in a light junk to take some shots at this fishing boat. And this does make your opponent think twice about moving out on water when you're on their island, starting to harass them. So you can see Overfiend currently has put a lot into his infrastructure at home. 2 archery ranges, a barracks, and a stable. Holy cow, he's gone for it all. I'm surprised he hasn't scouted to see, what buildings does Night Hunter put down, because that would help him out a little bit. Interesting, 1 light junk just coming in and wasting all of these fishing boats. He could have made, he probably could have afforded an attack ship, but he didn't go for it. And now Night Hunter coming in and is going to start poking, but these archers are going to be taking town center fire. So this is going to be a less than ideal situation. Oh my gosh, are they out of range of the town center? Holy cow, that is a excellent position for his archers to be in until the horsemen come in. And this is probably going to be a scary spot for Night Hunter, though he can sprint if he notices it. But he did not catch it in time, and is going to lose a few archers, but he's going to escape with a few too. Look at them move; they move so fast with that speed boost. Let's see if we can see the aura of it. It actually doesn't show. Interesting enough. It doesn't show this. Oh yeah, it does. It's right here. It's very hard to see, but it ends right here. You could actually move this up if you wanted to get even a further boost from it. And meanwhile, on the sea, it does look like Overfiend has made some attack ships to put up a defense. Wait, that's what he's got? No, that's a transport ship. So it's the archers standing behind there shooting. It looked like these boats were shooting. Hey, he has an attack ship right here. The Lodgia attack ship. Okay, he does have an attack ship. Okay, Night Hunter currently just chilling back with his towers. He's got a stable up now and 2 archer ranges. He's even built a dock on the side so he can actually heal these units up from right close on the enemy shoreline, which is kind of smart. Healing up his fishing boats or his attack ships without having to go all the way back home. Now we see the armory. He is bringing in siege engineering, which will allow his melee infantry to build those rams. Now, Overfiend has to expect that it's coming. He does have a fair amount of siege, and I would think could be in a good position to hold this. He's got some archers. He's going to want to do something to move out against those towers at some point, but at the same time, he doesn't really have to worry about it. He's got berry bushes in the back. He's got his tree line. He's got his gold. He's got looking okay on water right now. So, you know, not really the end of the world. So meanwhile, Night Hunter is amassing an army. He's got archers and some horsemen. And of course, he will have that speed boost if he does go in. But he's going to need quite the siege plan to move in right now because Overfiend actually has a pretty sizable army. I almost feel like he could push in right now and take that tower out pretty easily. Maybe just being too defensive, a little bit too afraid of what might be behind that tower. But Night Hunter has been, that's why he doesn't have as much of an army. He's been investing a lot on the water. He does have a dock or an outpost right here on the side. Now, interesting, I wasn't sure if boats actually received a benefit from the YAM network, but it appears that they do. It says that they've got a speed boost from the YAM network. So how about that? I learned something new right there. I didn't know that. So meanwhile, up here, just some archery, more archers. Overfiend appears to have the larger land army for now. And really, score-wise, Night Hunter is ahead. Well, it's because he's got control of the water. Overfiend's got a lot of res in the bank. Look at that food and wood right now. He needs to be spending that, but he's not even training units at the time. I don't know if he's saving that wood because he's just trying to get some more attack ships out, but he's got a lot of food banked up, which is less than ideal. So if you're ever in this situation, guys, and you have a lot of resources in the bank, look at that, 3k food. You need to do what you can to spend that. This would almost be a scenario it'd be even worth to drop a market and trade some of that food because you want to just be pumping out units. So he could have all 5 of these production facilities pumping out units. He could probably overwhelm these towers if he wanted to. But right now it looks like just maybe not sure what to do. I get the sense that maybe this isn't a top 200 game, but that's okay. We watch games of all shapes and sizes. Okay, so right now we have attack ships out here. He doesn't have enough gold to really keep the production of these up. They cost 120 wood and 60 gold. Just has 3 villagers on gold at the moment. And is now going to start building some rams. So he does have a plan to start attacking these towers. Let's see. He's going for 2 rams. That should be more than enough. I'm going to give it a little bit of a speed so we can see what happens here. There he goes. So speeding up, building those rams. Kind of wait. And here he goes, going into battle. Let's slow it back down. And he is starting to attack this tower. Units moving out to engage this horseman. And it looks like Overfiend has the advantage here with his rams and his plenty of horsemen. No spears to deal with him. He even has an early knight in there. So looking really, really good for Overfiend at the moment. But at the same time on water, Night Hunter has moved in and is just annihilating all of the boats and just keeping Overfiend contained. And though he might be losing on land, he's going to be losing out on all of his economy from the water. But wait, fishing boats escaping. As I've told you, these things can gather from way out here in the sea. So he is doing just fine having those out there. These airoships will take a long time to kill this dock. So Overfiend, it looks like, has overtaken his Mongolian invader, taking out the Deerstones, which is a landmark, leaving only one landmark left for Night Hunter back at home. Is he aging up, did I see? Yes, he went up with the step red out, I think is what it is. And it did spot these fishing ships, so just like that, has wiped out Overfiend's food production, but he has 4K in the bank. So I'd really like to see him build some... Even with all that res in the bank, he's decided that he just can't get any control on the water and is going to call GG. So a very interesting game as far as the opening goes. A little bit of stale there in the middle, but I like the idea of getting on the opponent's island and harassing super early as the Mongols so that you can take some attention off the water. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this video, and if you've got a recorded game you would like me to cast, let me know in the Discord, and I just might cast it in my next YouTube video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.